One of the rules of the butterfly enigma allows me to alter a name to an alternate version of the same name. For example, if someone's named Elizabeth, I can alter their name to Beth or Betsy or Lisa. A guy named Richard, that could be shortened to Rich, or it could be changed to Dick, which is an alternate version of the name Richard. So in this proof, I'm going to be discussing a woman named Sophia. The name Sophia can be altered to Sophie. They're both variations of the same name. So I don't have to repeatedly reference the fact that I'm changing Sophia to Sophie throughout the proof. I'm just going to establish at the beginning of the proof that I will be referring to this woman as Sophie, even though I know her name attached to the article is Sophia. I'm using a rule of the butterfly enigma to change that to Sophie, Sofie. Proof 009, U.S. Women's Soccer Team. In 2019, the U.S. Women's Soccer Team won the World Championship. Right after they won the game, some members of the crowd began to chant equal pay. This was all brought about by the team's co-captain, Megan Rapinoe, who had been very vocal about the fact that the women players were paid far less than the members of the men's team. Not long after the team's victory, a writer named Sophie Carbone wrote an article entitled "There Should Be Equal Pay for the World Cup." That means paying the men more. So Miss Carbone explained that the revenue generated by the men's team was far greater than that generated by the women's team, and that when you took this into account and put everything within context, the amount of money that the female players was making was 3 times what the men players was making relative to the amount of money being brought in. Okay, so to begin the analysis, I've explained in other videos that my name, Jeff L. Voiles, decodes to Destroyer, which is the name of a 1976 album by the band Kiss. The artwork, cover art for Destroyer, was painted by an artist named Ken Kelly, who also painted the cover art for the band's 1977 album Love Gun. And so I'm going to begin the analysis with Love Gun. Okay, so I have a cassette tape copy of the album Love Gun, which I bought from a pawn shop. I'm pretty sure the tape's a bootleg because it has a picture of the cartoon character Pink Panther on it, and the Pink Panther has a soccer ball under his foot. So we can assume that the Pink Panther is a soccer player. Okay, so I'll begin the analysis. The Pink Panther is pink, so it's a reference to the word pink. Because the Pink Panther has a soccer ball, we can assume the Pink Panther is a soccer player. Therefore, Pink Panther equals pink soccer player. Now, in the United States, pink is the color traditionally associated with the word female, with blue being the color for male. So if pink equals female, then pink soccer player equals female soccer player. Okay, so now as far as the name Love Gun goes, Love Gun is the name of an album by Kiss. So Love Gun equals Kiss. But Love Gun is also the name of a song written by Paul Stanley. Therefore, Love Gun equals Paul Stanley. So from Love Gun, we get Kiss Paul Stanley. And Kiss Paul Stanley is the name of a 1978 album released by Casablanca Records. The cover of Kiss Paul Stanley shows a picture of Kiss guitarist Paul Stanley's face, and his hair is backlit by a purple light. So because part of Paul Stanley's hair is lit up with the color purple, Paul Stanley has purple hair. So Love Gun equals Kiss Paul Stanley equals purple hair. So Love Gun represents the Pink Panther with the soccer ball, which is pink soccer player, which is female soccer player. and Love Gun equals Kiss Paul Stanley, which in turn equals purple hair. So from Love Gun, we get female soccer player, purple hair, and this will be a reference to Megan Rapinoe of the U.S. female soccer team. Okay, I've mentioned two women in this proof so far. Megan Rapinoe, the soccer player, and a writer named Sophie Carbone. I'm not sure if her name's pronounced Carboni or Carbone, but I'm going to go with Carbone. And the connection of these two women is that Sophie wrote an article in which she stated that the FIFA women's soccer team was actually overpaid instead of underpaid. So the three key points here are Sophie Carbone, Megan Rapinoe, and FIFA soccer overpaid. I'm going to show you how these three key points are connected. Okay, I'm going to begin the analysis with the name Sophie Carbone. I'm going to apply the Gemini rule to the F so that Sophie becomes Soffie. Now, once I've altered the spelling using the Gemini rule, I will rearrange the letters as follows: Fifa That leaves the letters Bone remaining. One equals 1. The number one letter of the alphabet is A. Bring down the B. Bone becomes BA. B2 plus A1 equals 3. Number 3 letter of the alphabet is C, so that Bone becomes C. Put the C with the yellow letters, and the name Sophie Carbone becomes FIFA soccer. Now from FIFA soccer, we move on to Megan Rapinoe. Rearrange the letters of Megan Rapinoe as follows: MEN, GAN, OERPAI. Take the letters MEN, M13 plus E5 is 18, minus M14 is 4. The number 4 letter of the alphabet is D, therefore MEN equals D. Take the letters GAN, G7 plus A1 plus M14 is 22, therefore GAN equals V. Put the V between the O and the E, put the D at the end of the PAI, and the name Megan Rapinoe translates to overpaid. So Sophie Carbone translates to FIFA soccer. Megan Rapinoe decodes to overpaid. The two together are women. Therefore, the final result is FIFA soccer women overpaid.